It's the last of the main 5 Gozyuger's primary weapons. This one is the Red Ranger's one. As you can see, Gozyuger Wolf's primary weapon, Wolfdecalibur. This is not released as part of the main 4. The main 4 were Leon Buster, Tornado Hammer, Eagle Shooter, and Unicorn Drill. This one was released separately, Wolfdecalibur. It was released separately, I think it was a few months after the first 4 released. This one's unique as it doesn't come with a Sentai ring, and it also comes with lights and sounds, which is interesting because the other weapons do not have lights and sounds. I'll get onto the intricacies of the ring in a bit. If you've already seen my Tegasword video, you'll understand what I'm about to say. But that aside, let's have a look at the box it came in. This box is actually quite tall. This is. It was from eBay. Says top flap's a bit compressed, but that doesn't matter. The Gamma gun box, for example, has the top flap compressed too. You can see here we have the actual weapon itself with Gozyuger Wolf, Tegasword Red, yada yada yada, all the regular gunts. Tegasword Red. This side, Gozyuger Wolf of the Wolfdecalibur. This side. We have the Tegasword Red and the Tegasword, the ring the ring it doesn't come with. Weapon. Sounds. Use it with the Tegasword. The ring is sold separately again, we'll get into that. Special attack noise. And then there's also the combination ring and all the lovely jubbly bits and bobs. What you get in the box. Right, so here is the toy itself. One thing I will point out is that it does not have an off switch. In the box was sealed. There was a little battery tab located about there. There's like a little slot for it. So if you want the batteries turned off, get a little like bit of card, stick it in, works just as well, I imagine. As is usual with Sentai Red Ranger weapons, the red one is a sword. For some reason, that's the regular weapon for the Red Rangers. It's been like that for a while. Tokuja, Gawanja, Shinkenja, yeah, I think Gozyuger as well. So a lot of the times, Red Ranger swords have been a thing. It's normally a big normally a big thing. It's been around. It's been like that since I want to say since Jurenja, which was in 1992. So you can see here we have some translucent red plastic. It's all nice. There's not as much. Oh no, there's not as much translucent red. I think it's more metallic red, but there is some translucent red. So it's mixing translucent and metallic, which I do like. There's some silver. We have some gold here. Some translucent yellow for the actual sword blade here. It's textured as well. Don't know if you can see that, but it is textured in there. We have the little. Oh, this is not going to work. Got to move this camera up a bit. Amateur filming. A bit more. There we go. We have the wolf face here with the gold on the nose and the little eyes. Gold detailing. Yellow on this part. Translucent yellow. A lot of clear red on this top part here. Yeah, so that's basically it in terms of appearance. Now we're going to get onto the actual sounds this guy has. You're supposed to hold it like this, which is a bit strange because the blade's at the bottom, I think. Although you can technically hold it the other way around, like this. You can hold it like this, but that means your ring finger or pinky finger is going to be touching the trigger. They tell you to hold it like this, which I don't get. It's more of like a stabby dagger if you hold it like this, and that's not really much of a. It's meant to be a sword weapon. Oh, excuse me. It's meant to be a sword weapon. So personally, I'd prefer if you held it like this. But the trigger placement and everything else tells you to hold it like this. Again, stabby dagger weapon. I don't think Hasbro would like that, but yeah, whatever. It's meant to be a sword, but I think in terms of shape and sculpt, it resembles more of a dagger. which is strange because the name of the toy is Wolfdecalibur. Caliber is referring to a sword. But yes, I personally think it's a dagger. The rumours of this toy, before it was revealed or came out, it was rumoured to be a hatchet. So yeah, you got that very accurate, guys. Anyway, so as you saw and heard probably, this thing has got lights and sounds. You push the trigger and it will come out with different noises, and this blade will light up too, which is reminiscent of the deluxe Super Mega Saber from Super Mega Force Power Rangers. So there's 4 noises, 4 different sets of light effects. I think the first 2 remind me of lightsabers. Ah, it's the first one. The first one sounds like a laser sword. Tricky. And you can see that's all that it does in this form. However, it also has a combined form. The Sentai ring for Tegasword Red, which is what the combined form is, came with the Tegasword. As you can see, Tegasword. It did not come with this, it came with the Tegasword. Because for some reason, again, they insist that the regular Tegasword Robo is Tegasword Red, even though this combination is also Tegasword Red. So which is it? Which is it, Toei? Again, refer to my other comments about, oh, why is it not Tegasword Robo and have Tegasword Red on the end of the regular red combination? Anyway, so you don't get this ring with this toy. You have to buy the actual Tegasword to get this ring. So, as such, I will not be doing any of the Tegasword sound effects or light effects for this video, because I did it back in the Tegasword video, which you can go and watch. Funnily enough. So that can go in there. So Tegasword is going to remain on standby, which is for good reason, because Wolfdecalibur has a standby mode if you watched any other video to do with this product on YouTube, which I imagine you might have done. Already. This thing's got a standby mode, and it's extra annoying because you cannot turn it off. So I'm just gonna show you how to. I'm gonna force it to exit its standby mode by pressing the trigger as soon as possible. Then I'm gonna show you how to transform, combine it, and then we can do the proper standby noise. So let's do this now. You activate the standby noise. You activate the headache by taking off this top part of the caliber. So again, you do it by taking this off here, which if you look, takes off the top part of his jaw, because there's like jaw here, jaw there, so this is just like a bottom jaw. Anyway, so this will leave you with 2 pieces. Let's just take a sword out of the way because it's kind of blocking my moving about space. 2 pieces. The first bit is this top part here, which is top part of the sword, and the rest of it is this bottom part. With the bottom part, you've just got to fold in the blade like that. So now you are just left with this. And then for this, you've basically just got to move this top part all the way around so that it looks like a train. So it's a train, so this yellow part's facing the front, like that. And for the standby, we're just gonna quickly. We're gonna combine it, then we're gonna get to the standby quickly because I don't want to have to don't want to have to shout over the standby music. So we're gonna bring in the Tegasword box to prop the camera up for the 50-minute time in this TNS series. Here we go. Don't need to move the light. I imagine it's still daytime outside, so it's still pretty light. Got to take off this arm here, plug it onto. Well, I won't do that. That's pretty foolish of me. I'll just plug it on this peg right here, the one off to the right. There we go. And then we've got to jam this entire piece on here, this entire sword piece, onto this arm port there. And then the rest of it clips onto this top peg here, there, like that. So now you have Tegasword Red, and very quickly I'm just going to get to the sounds, the standby, before we get onto the, before we get onto the actual gubbins itself. So to activate the standby again, basically, to activate it, there's this little button here. Right here, this one here. When you attach this, it'll push this button down, which means it'll go back into sword mode. And when you let go, yeah, sorry, nearly forgot about that. There is indeed a finisher noise, in which if you hold the trigger down, you'll get like a standby noise. I was saving that for the Megazord finisher, but whatever, the Mecha finisher. Because it's technically both, I guess. Although I'm not sure. It's still enabled in the combined form, so I'm not entirely sure what they were going for there. And of course, you can hold the button down and make the standby go on for as long as you like. So that's what that is. And if you release this button here, it'll go into the standby noise. And you push the trigger to get it out. So, I reckon we should be doing this the proper way. Right, combining it the proper way by doing the gatai the proper way, with all the sounds and all that. So, Wolfdecalibur! Gatai! I think having to yell over that standby music would be a problem. Of course, it's limited, so it only lasts for a time before switching itself off. But I'm not waiting for that to happen, obviously. So this is Tegra Sword Red, the true version. Yeah. I can see why some people might not like this design. It's just a big, massive arm. And this headpiece actually goes quite hard, I imagine. I like it. It goes quite hard in my opinion with like the chain and all that, because the chain has the Gozyuger logo there. But but it's the arm. It's the massive arm. It's meant to be a claw, I think, because if you look, it kind of does look a bit like a claw. But it just kind of looks like he's just pulled a muscle or something. It just looks like he's kind of just it's injured. It just looks like it's injured and swollen up a bit because it's all red. I don't really know what to think of that, to be frank. So I mean, it's pretty cool how you can still do the sounds. But these sound effects only really make sense if you because you can still pop out the little sword blade here. So you can have sword-related sounds for a sword-related like weapon, but like you're not meant to do that apparently. So these sounds here just don't make any sense. Why didn't they change them? That's interesting. Of course, you could still do the finisher. Wolfdecalibur finished. Now, I think initially, when this toy came out, I know, shocker, I was expecting, really and truly, I was expecting there to be a button about here, so it knows when it's combined or not. Like, You know, like how this knows when sword mode's been formed. I was expecting there to be like a button here to know when this was connected or not, but there wasn't. It just relies on you just pushing the trigger. What do I think of that? I don't know. I mean, come on, they may do that in the future, but this isn't like maybe it's because this is not as advanced to have like those kinds of buttons, because they'd have to install one on for the legs, and maybe they can't do that for a reason. I don't know. So yeah, Sword Red. It's a good use of electronics. It's just that they should have left this as a sword, or like created like another blade. I think this with a blade on the end, it's a whacking great sword. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Apparently this is meant to be a claw, Wolfdecalibur, I think it is in the show. I think so. They've got that going for it. I think they've also had some combinations. I think they've had one so far which swaps out the other arm for Leon Buster 50, so it's got that going on. It's got that going for it. So I mean, yes, all right, but I mean, they could have made it so because it's a special weapon. They could have made it so it changes the other arm as well. But whatever, it is what it is, I suppose. Don't get me wrong, it's a good use of electronics. It just feels like they could have done a bit more, because, you know, it's the only weapon with lights and sounds. They could have done a bit more with it, you know, and they never chose to for some baffling reason. Maybe they'll do that in the future, because spoilers. Apparently there's going to be an August item called Olga Buster 5050, and that's rumoured to be the power-up weapon for the new Wild form. Spoilers, power-up for the whole Gozyuger team, yeah, so maybe that'll have a similar combination, maybe that'll have like a completely new Megazord mecha, I don't know. It certainly feels like something much bigger than this is on the way, though. It feels like they're trying this whole weapon and mecha idea out, cross ideas. It feels like they're coming up with something, but they haven't told us what it is yet. So it's all very exciting. Yeah, so very looking forward to the rest of the Gozyuger toys. Again, we've got the Goju Polar stuff coming out in June. Gonna order that as soon as I can. So basically, this is the last of the Gozyuger weapons for now. It's just that there's more Gozyuger content on the way on this channel. It's just got nothing to do with anything but it hasn't got anything else to do with anything aside from the sword, which I'll get onto that now, because the next video, hang on, let me reassemble this so I don't talk over the so this noise doesn't talk over me. Hang on, there we go. So the next video, the next two videos were supposed to be this video, but this this Wolfdecalibur arrived literally earlier today. I'm not kidding. Same day delivery, guys. So the next couple of videos are going to be about hacking this with the because I've conveniently put the blue tack on the table. If I haven't used it. I'm going to hack this by using the pin system, and I'm going to get a list of codes, going to get all the sounds out. There's going to be some spoilers, probably. There will be, if this video doesn't come out until, there won't be any spoilers, of course, if this video comes out at the end of this year, which hopefully it will not be, because I'm not that slow, I hope. So yeah, there's going to be a video on hacking this, similar to how I hacked the Caesar Blaster and how I hacked the Inromaru from a couple of videos ago. So I'm doing that with this because it uses a pin system. It doesn't require anything else other than blue tack. So there's going to be that. There's going to be all the sounds, Gozyuger, Tegazord, Robo, all sounds. Yeah. So I've got to take the batteries out of Wolfdecalibur, and I've got to. Well, actually, before I go, I'm just going to bring up one more thing. I did find a way to combine all of the Goju weapons and take a sword. If I've got time, I will do a photo and I'll stick it on the community page. I combine them all. It doesn't use it doesn't use every piece, all right, but it does use all, or it does use at least one piece from all of the different Goju weapons. Like, for example, it uses the head from Wolfdecalibur, it uses the arm from Leon Buster and Unicorn Drill, uses the two head parts from Tyranno Hammer, and I think it uses the entirety of Eagle Shooter. So there's going to be that coming up on the community post, again, if I remember. All the parts are downstairs currently, so all technically I would need to do is take the Tegasword down and then just combine them, take a photo, which should be possible. Hopefully do that when this video is uploaded, otherwise I'll get confused at all which file is which, you know. You don't want to be uploading a photo to your clip chat when you're trying to upload a video. I don't want to do that. So basically, I'm just going to be getting on with that, and then I think when I've uploaded this video, when you've seen the big all combined robo photo, that's when I'll get on to the hacking videos. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the Goju roleplay stuff for now, until of course the Goju Polo stuff comes out. From here on out, next few videos until the 21st of June, or until the 21st of June, when all the Goju Polo stuff comes out. It's just going to be about hacking this, which, yes, it could mean there's a gap in TNS videos, I know, but you know, all's well that ends well. Am I right? Am I right, boys? Who is that a reference to? I've forgotten. Oh no, that might be a Cad Icarus reference. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I can move the text box. All very interesting.